Turns out Canadians like their democracy just fine. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. The Liberals have been adamant for a long time now. They want a new way brought in for Canadians to elect their members of Parliament.
We are committed to ensuring that the 2015 election will be the last federal election using first past the post.
Well, once again, Canadians are sending Justin Trudeau and his Liberals a simple message. They're not interested. The results of that ridiculously vague survey at mydemocracy.ca have come in, and surprisingly, the results are pretty clear. While there are some things that bother Canadians about how Parliament runs, of the 338,000 people that filled out the survey, most are happy with the system as is. A full 67% say they're somewhat or very satisfied with the way democracy works in Canada. That includes 50% that say they're somewhat satisfied, 17% are very satisfied. By comparison, just 9% are very unsatisfied. These numbers hold across the country, and there's no one region begging for change. A funny side note, though, the group most likely to say they want the system to change are those people that describe themselves as not interested in politics at all. So people not interested, likely who don't vote, are the most dissatisfied with the system. And while the survey shows that there's some support for aspects of other systems, like calling for more collaborative government, parties needing to work together and negotiate their positions, the survey was designed in a way that allowed participants to express all kinds of contradictory views. So to all of those saying, well, this report shows Canadians want proportional representation, I give you figure 3.2.1, which shows 53% of Canadians agreeing with this statement. It should always be clear which party is accountable for decisions made by government, even if this means that decisions are made only by one party. By comparison, just 31% disagree with that idea, 16% are neutral. What this survey really shows, and I doubt the validity of the entire exercise is a representative sample, but it does show Canadians are generally satisfied with the system, but they'd like to see politicians working together more. That's hardly a shock. They want MPs to represent their local constituents as well, rather than the party or the MP's desire. 72% say MPs should do what their constituents want. Survey also shows Canadians rejecting mandatory voting by a wide margin, rejecting lowering the voting age by 2/3, saying no to that. There's a small majority that support online voting, but only if the security of the vote can be guaranteed, which of course at this point it cannot. Now you think with all the hoopla around this that Trudeau and his Liberals would be touting the results loudly. I mean, they spent days talking about this website and the online survey in the House of Commons. They sent 13 million postcards across the country. And now that the results are out, they're kind of silent. And we know the reason. The Liberals didn't get the answer they were looking for. So far, Trudeau and his Liberals have held town halls across the country. They heard from a Commons committee that traveled across the country, heard from experts, and they surveyed hundreds of thousands of Canadians on electoral reform. And what have we discovered from all of this? Canadians don't want what the Liberals want, the ranked ballot that would guarantee Liberal governments forever. There's a good chance electoral reform will die here, or Trudeau could push on. Remember, the other part of his promise, not only that 2015 would be the last election with first past the post, but also he said there was a timeline for bringing in legislative changes.
And within 18 months of forming government, we will bring forward legislation to enact electoral reform.
We're now in the 15th month of the Trudeau era. They have 3 months left to meet their own commitment. But let's hope this is one promise he never, ever keeps. If you like the video you just watched, make sure you never miss a Rebel video again. Click subscribe to follow our YouTube channel or head on over to the Rebel.media and become a member to access premium content only available to the cool kids.